This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's July 19th. I'm Christina Laurie. Church bells across the country are ringing this morning to honor longtime Georgia Congressman John Lewis, who died Friday of pancreatic cancer. An Atlanta church rang its bells 80 times Saturday for Lewis, one of the original Freedom Riders, who at 23 was the youngest speaker at the March on Washington, where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech. Lewis received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Obama in 2011. Nationwide, people are now trying to find ways to remember the civil rights leader. A petition to rename an iconic Selma, Alabama bridge after Lewis now has 500,000 signatures. Lewis marched across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in 1965 on what's now known as Bloody Sunday. Law enforcement beat him during the demonstration. The bridge is currently named after a Confederate general and KKK leader. John Lewis was known for his nonviolent activism. Many of the policies he pushed for and the marches he walked in are reminiscent of what is happening today. Mr. Claude Gilmore, a member of Madison's Black Chamber of Commerce, joins us this morning to talk about some of the latest local efforts underway to push for greater racial equality. Mr. Gilmore, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's been nearly 2 months since George Floyd's death ignited protests across the country here in Madison. What has been the biggest change since then, and would you relate any of that to John Lewis and what he has put forward in our country?
Well, I think that's an important point. We really are saddened by the death of John Lewis. He was a true leader and a major civil rights icon that will live on forever in terms of what he stood for. And it was, I think, in his memory, we need to be taking actions and improving accountability for all of our citizens, but particularly for our Black Americans.
Certainly. Lewis said there was still a lot of work to do. He participated in some of the latest movements up until just weeks before his passing. I know that there are lots of movements still happening here in Madison right now. Can you talk about what's next? What would you like to see in terms of police reform? I know that's something that you're really passionate about.
Well, I think the governor has put forth some very good recommendations for the legislature to consider, the mayor as well. The 5 things I would like to look at is, looking at improving use of force policies and training in some very innovative ways, and reporting, because we have to increase transparency. The public has a right to know. Definitely prohibit the use of chokeholds. We do not need to see another George Floyd. It was painful. It is traumatic and should not happen. And then also don't have any no-knock warrants where you're showing up in someone's house and they have no idea you're coming in. So we don't see the death of someone like Breonna Taylor. And then the action that's been taken now around removing police from public schools and then looking at creative ways to do public safety. And I think that's important because there are a lot of other ways that we can engage and support in our communities in schools by using the community people who know the community very well and develop trust. And then lastly, the Citizen Oversight Review, which looks at the whole issue of accountability for police, but includes the communities of color, leaders and grassroots folks who can then ask those hard questions so that we make sure that these kind of things don't continue to happen.
You raise a lot of important points there, Mr. Gilmore. Also a topic of conversation this week, Michael Johnson from the Boys and Girls Club floated the idea of putting up a statue featuring a Black Wisconsinite outside of the state capitol. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that would do anything to enhance representation?
It may help. I think it would be important to have that. I mean, we have very prominent people who have done some amazing work, like the late Vale Phillips. People who were trailblazers. But I don't think as much as the statue, it's as much as the actions and accountability of what we have to be doing. We've got to improve the social and economic impact within our Black community. Because of the pandemic, we have been really, really hit hard, both on the health side and on the economic side.
And Mr. Gilmore, how can we do that?
Well, we can do that by, I think, continuing to focus on the investment within the Black community, entrepreneurs, helping with startups. But in Maslow's hierarchy, Abraham Maslow talked about if you don't address the underlying tenets of physiological and safety issues, you can't do that. So it means food, housing, and jobs are so critical for us to do that. So we have to think about that and the process of dealing with the rent, mortgage, and evictions and moratoriums that occurred during the pandemic. We have to continue to do that in order for us to lift the veil a little bit more for what people are going through, because this is a really, really difficult situation.
Mr. Gilmore, that explanation was so valid, and using Maslow's hierarchy was a great way to put it. Thank you again for coming back on our show. We will be sure to continue this conversation with you in the weeks and months ahead. Be sure to head to the Madison Black Chamber of Commerce's website for a full list of Black-owned businesses here in the Madison area, so you can help support those, because greater equality certainly starts with acknowledgement and putting our money where our mouths are. So, Mr. Gilmore, thank you for talking to us this morning.
Yeah, thank you for this time.
And now we're going to change subjects and throw it over to meteorologist Aaron White in the Weather Center, tracking a pretty nice day ahead.
Yeah, we certainly are. We're going to be less humid for today, a lot more sunshine this afternoon, and it's going to be feeling fairly comfortable out there. Compared to yesterday, where we had a lot of humidity, we do have the humidity in place this morning. Temperatures are on the warm side. Still in the 70s, even 81 in Janesville, 79 for Madison, 70 in Camp Douglas, 71 in the Dells, and 75 in Mineral Point. And overall for today, we will see those temperatures into the 80s, less humid for this afternoon. Wind somewhat breezy out of the northwest at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. But it is going to stay sunny and clear for tonight. So another chance, if you want to check it out, I would say go out around 10 p.m. You will be able to see Comet Neowise. Find the Big Dipper and look straight down from there. You'll see the comet just in the northwestern horizon right after sunset, around 10, maybe even 10:30, as it starts to get even darker. We'll give you a better view of that. It's going to be rather faint, so if you have a pair of binoculars, that's going to help you see it as well. But, you know, something cool to check out, at least for the next couple of weeks, as well as it is in the night sky. But otherwise, we are talking about heat back in the forecast for next weekend. I'll have details on that in the full forecast.
Meteorologist or astrologist?
You got to go with one of them, right?
Thank you so much, Aaron.
Sure.
The Wisconsin Dells is a popular weekend destination, but county officials there are reporting an alarming trend, what they're calling a tremendous increase in COVID cases over the last 2 weeks. Sauk County officials are attributing this to visitor traffic. They say that while most businesses are doing their part to protect the community, many visitors are not wearing masks or social distancing at all. And when it comes to contact tracing, county representatives say that process is complicated.
For example, a person from Illinois comes in to the county and they go back to their home county and they get tested and they're found to be positive. The only way we're going to know that is if that county contacts us and lets us know that there's a positive case that was wherever they were in Sauk County.
Now, we're told these calls are happening, but they take a lot of time. Right now, Sauk County doesn't have any mandates for masks or social distancing, but those are also being discussed. Both in the Dells and here in Dane County, health officials are running into problems getting younger people to cooperate when they ask them questions about where they've been and who they've been around. This is part of contact tracing when health department staff members call people who are at high risk after being exposed to someone who tested positive. But staff members say they've been having trouble getting people to fully cooperate.
We have had some experiences where folks have been less likely to tell us who they have been in contact with or where they may think that they may have been. We are doing a lot of outreach to this population.
Health officials are now focusing on education, working with UW-Madison to spread their message about how serious the virus is to even young people. They're also increasing testing. Starting September 2nd, free COVID tests will be available on the UW-Madison campus for students, staff, and faculty. The goal is to identify cases, isolate, and take care of people who are sick to limit the spread on campus. The labs will work with the UW Biotechnology Center to accommodate for high volumes. Most people with mild cases of COVID-19 should be okay within two weeks, but thousands of patients are still experiencing serious symptoms months after they've apparently recovered. Tara Narula reports.
The car ride home was amazing. The skies never seemed so blue, or the air didn't taste so crisp.
COVID-19 survivor Ernesto Castro says the day he left the hospital was one of the best days of his life.
Did you feel you had survived, you had beaten this, or were you still having some issues at that point?
Being in the hospital for so long, being in the isolation, it was really hard. I knew that my muscles atrophied. I could hardly walk. Immediately when I got out of the hospital, I felt like I got a new opportunity.
Late March, Castro was in the hospital for 10 days with severe COVID-19 symptoms. He was put on a ventilator in a medically induced coma. Months later, it's clear his battle with the disease is not over.
I'm still not 100%. I still feel tired. I still have no stamina.
Doesn't look like much, but to me, it's kind of like Mount Everest I have to do every day.
Candace McKinney was hospitalized for COVID-19 for 4 days in April, but she never went to the ICU. In May, she tested negative, but hasn't fully recovered either.
I have really bad joint pain. I still have this pressure in my chest. I've also had a lot of confusion where I'll have to read things several times, 2 or 3 times, in order to comprehend what I'm reading.
McKinney's experienced some stranger side effects too, including loss of hair and the sensation of burning skin.
My skin was just on fire.
Studies show COVID-19 patients may experience lingering symptoms from lung, kidney, heart, brain, and nervous system damage caused by the disease.
They left the hospital because they were well enough to get out of hospital doesn't mean that they're healthy.
Dr. Malfazor Rahman leads a post-discharge clinic for COVID-19 patients at SUNY Downstate's Brooklyn Hospital. The clinic taps into different specialists to help patients recover and learn more about the disease.
This COVID-19 involves the brain, the nervous system, the skin, the kidneys, the heart, the lungs, the GI tract.
It sounds like the message you're saying is just because you've survived COVID, you are not out of the woods. There may be long-term lingering effects on multiple different organ systems.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Patients may have lingering side effects that is not apparent yet, but it will be apparent a few months, few years from now.
I got sick March 15th of this year, and I've just never gotten better.
Amy Watson tested positive for the coronavirus with mild to moderate symptoms in April. She's tested negative 3 times since, but she's still in pain, has shortness of breath, and memory loss.
I've had a fever the entire time.
She started a Facebook support group with more than 6,000 members for long-haul COVID-19 fighters like herself.
We don't want to be second-guessed. We want to be believed, and we want doctors to tell us, hey, I don't have the answers, but I'm going to help you find them anyway.
We're survivors. We will get stronger. We will beat this. Hopefully in the years to come, we'll just look at this as a bump on the road and we'll be back to our normal selves or even better.
It's 7:13 this morning. The storms are gone, but the heat is here to stay. We're tracking another hot work week ahead. Let's take a live look outside on this Sunday morning. Aaron is again in for Chris, and he is tracking our Sunday forecast right after this.
Wild Easttown Honda has clearance savings on over 400 new Hondas. Get 0% financing for up to 60 months on your favorite new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
So if we're going to spend a third of our lives sleeping, shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life. And during the Super 7-Day sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus 4 years, no interest financing, and free shipping right to your doorstep. And to celebrate the newest arrival at Denver Mattress, come in and test out the outrageously comfortable Casper mattress and accessories. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
The summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin with Plexiderm. Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. Best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. Nothing works like this.
I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Relax, unwind, remain safe and secure in a new bath, shower, or walk-in tub from Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Now during our summer spectacular sale, get a new bath or shower for only $49.95. Ask about great financing and call during this program for a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. And be sure to ask about virtual online estimates.
It was a dark night in drive-thru land. The people had grown tired of greasy burgers and gut bombs. But then, 3 heroes emerged. Their savory sauces brought courage. Their juicy tomatoes brought might. Their roast chicken brought the taste of roast chicken. They were called Arby's New Market Fresh Wraps. And everyone ate happily ever after the end. Arby's, we have the meats.
Wild Easttown Honda has clearance savings on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero due at signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Mark your calendars. Sun Prairie Sweet Corn Festival is happening this year with a twist. The festival is at Angel Park on Saturday, August 22nd. There, you will be able to buy sweet corn drinks and food from local restaurants, drive-through style. The first 500 cars in line will receive gift bags from the Sun Prairie Chamber of Commerce.
Another really cool thing to try to give a feel of community at a festival, right? 103.5, the Sun Community Radio has agreed to broadcast live that day from the event. And we're going to ask everybody that comes through the line to tune their radio. And they're going to do probably some fun trivia about Corn Fest in Sun Prairie to keep people interacted, keep people abreast of what's happening at the checkout areas and how fast the lines are moving.
Potosi Brewery will make a special batch of Sun Prairie Strong Prairie Pilsner tongue twister specifically for the event. Some of the proceeds from the beer and food sales will be donated to charities that lost money because the traditional Sweet Corn Festival was canceled. Last night's rain and today's heat should help that sweet corn grow. Aaron.
Yeah, certainly, and I gotta say that sounds really good right now. I might have that for dinner tonight. But as we're talking about the forecast for today, we are going to see a lot of sunshine as we get into the afternoon. Some clouds around this morning. Nice start to the day over Madison as we look at the capital here. We are still fairly warm, though, into the 70s and even holding on to 81 in Janesville, 77 in Lone Rock, 78 in Boscobel, 77 Platteville, and 79 in Madison, and still even warm into the 80s around Milwaukee. But temperatures are going to stay into the 80s for today, so we're really not going to drop anymore this morning, but staying in the upper 70s to middle 80s, I think, for afternoon highs today. But it is going to turn less humid. Starting off rather muggy, dew points are still in the 70s, but those will be dropping into the 60s later on today. So it should feel fairly comfortable with the northwest wind ushering in that cooler and drier air. But as we look at Doppler track, not much happening this morning. We did have some showers and thunderstorms north of Madison into the Dells and Baraboo area. Did produce some winds up to near 50 to 60 miles per hour and some heavy rain up to about 1/4 of an inch. That storm system has raced off to the east into Michigan, and we're going to be dry for today. Did produce those severe weather reports, just a couple of reports north of Portage and the Dells, about 50 to 60 mile per hour winds with some small branches down. But today, less humid. Storm chances do return this week on Tuesday, and a couple more rounds coming in later in the week. But the bigger story, I think, next weekend is going to be the heat. Back into the 90s for Saturday and Sunday. But for today, those clouds again clearing out. Sunshine for the afternoon. Northwest wind about 10 to 20 miles per hour, ushering in some drier air for the overnight hours. And then the clouds will start to build back in on Monday morning into the afternoon. Maybe a couple showers. I think the better chance will be Monday night and into Tuesday. So today, enjoy it. 84 degrees. West-northwest wind at 10 to 20, becoming sunny for most of the day. I think late morning into the afternoon, and also less humid. And then tonight, clear skies, down to about 62 degrees for the overnight low, so a lot cooler than we started off this morning. And here's a look at our 7 to 10 day forecast showing 82 degrees on Monday, 79 degrees on Tuesday. That chance of showers and thunderstorms coming in. And then by the end of the week, we're back into the 80s, 85 on Friday. But look at next weekend, 92 degrees on Saturday, 91 on Sunday. So I guess enjoy the next couple of days, at least today and tomorrow, because the heat's back.
Some good weather. You know what that means. You're invited back.
I'll take it. I'll take an invite back.
Thank you, Aaron. Time for one of our suspect is in custody in Florida this morning, but this is not your average crime story. Police hopped into action to capture a kangaroo. Fort Lauderdale police say they caught the kangaroo after it was seen running around a neighborhood, jumping in between cars and traffic. Police don't know where it came from, but whoever he belongs to doesn't legally own him. City code doesn't allow exotic animals. The kangaroo is safe, is not hurt. The South Florida Wildlife Center is now taking care of him or her. Time is 7:20 this morning. Cancer can't wait. That's the message from local doctors who are encouraging people to still schedule certain doctor appointments. The tests they say you should not skip. Today's health headlines are next.
This selenite gray is so pretty, isn't it?
Wow. Jim, could you pop the hood for us?
There she is.
Turbocharged, right?
Yes, it is.
Jim, could you kick the tires?
Oh, yes.
Could you change the color inside the car?
Oh, sure. How about blue?
That's more cyan, but jump in the back seat, Jim. Act like my kids.
How much longer?
Exactly how they sound. It's got massaging seats too, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Visit the Mercedes-Benz summer event or shop online at participating dealers. Get 0% APR financing up to 36 months on select new and certified pre-owned models.
Bathing safety is essential. So-called Mad City Baths for high-quality, easy-access bath and shower designs installed in as little as 1 day. From walk-in and barrier-free showers to walk-in tubs with microban protection to prevent the growth of bacteria, mold, and mildew. Premium wall patterns like Canyon Rock, Sierra Sand, and more. Mad City Baths is Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Call now during our summer spectacular sale. Get a new bath or shower for only $49.95. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. And call during this program for a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Now offering flexible installation schedules and virtual online estimates. Throughout Madison and South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. Be sure to ask about Mad City's Do More discount. Get additional savings on new windows and kitchen upgrades. We're going to put a great product in your home, like our durable 1-day bath and shower systems. See the before and after difference? We have thousands of satisfied customers.
I'd rate Mad City Baths 10 out of 10 because of how easy they were to work with, how professional their salespeople and their installers were, and then the quality of the finished product.
Be sure to take advantage of the savings during our summer spectacular sale. Get a new bath or shower for only $49.95. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. And call during this program for a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Now offering virtual online estimates. Call 608-729-4466.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
More local news now. Go ahead and schedule your doctor appointments. That's the message from UW Health this weekend. They're encouraging people to still go to the hospital when necessary, including for mammograms. UW Health staff say they saw thousands of fewer screening mammograms from mid-March through June compared to a similar time frame last year. Health officials say screening for breast cancer can result in earlier diagnosis and can ultimately save lives.
Cancer didn't stop occurring because of COVID. And our goal with mammography is to detect those breast cancers as soon as we can, to treat them as soon as we can, and not have that delayed any further because of COVID.
Health officials say it is important for women, especially those over the age of 40, to get screened every 1 to 2 years. Suicide is among the top 10 leading causes of death here in America, affecting every demographic and socioeconomic group. This week, the FCC voted to make dialing the life-saving suicide prevention hotline as simple as calling 911. Dialing 988 will instantly connect callers with trained counselors at local crisis centers. The suicide rate has gone up by 35% from 1999 to 2018. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention says there are multiple reasons for this rise.
Generally, an underlying mental health condition, anxiety, depression, substance use, with a combination of life events and stressors that for many can become overwhelming.
Experts say the 3-digit hotline also emphasizes that mental health crises are just as critical as other emergencies. The 3-digit hotline is expected to be available in 2 years. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available right now, though, 24 hours a day. If you need help, there's certainly no shame in that. The number is 1-800-273-8255. We also have that posted on our website. There's a half hour of news still ahead on News 3 Now this morning. Sunday, next, we're running through the morning's top stories and a new round of mask mandates that will go into effect tomorrow. The latest businesses requiring customers to cover up. Right after this.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like Emily lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds. Oh!
For those also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
It lowers the risk.
Oh?
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh.
Ozempic is not for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 1-month or 3-month prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer, finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
If someone came to you and asked, what are you invested in? Would your answer be about mutual funds and money markets? Or would it be mutual relationships and farmers markets? Maybe both. At Thrivent, we believe money is a tool, not a goal. And with the right guidance, it can afford you a life rich in meaning and gratitude. By gaining financial clarity today, you can thrive with purpose tomorrow. To learn more, text THRIVE to 484848 or visit Thrivent.com.
On the next Live at 4, do you feel like you've run out of things to watch while trying to stay home? Our Will Loper will have a look at what to watch and what to avoid on the streaming platforms.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger to create a personalized news feed just for you. The topics you want, the day's top stories, and push alerts for breaking news all through Messenger. Learn more at channel3000.com.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's July 19th. I'm Christina Laurie. There are a lot of changes ahead for us this week here in Wisconsin. New this morning, the U.S. has broken its single-day record of new COVID cases at least 9 times in the past month. At least 27 states have halted or rolled back reopening plans, and new estimates from the CDC say at least 40% of people who get the virus show no symptoms, meaning they're likely unknowingly infecting others, making the problem even worse. The latest CDC forecast now projects more than 150,000 American deaths will be linked to COVID by August 8th. That's about 10,000 more than the previous projection. With 805 new cases so far this weekend, Wisconsin has now surpassed the 41,000 case mark. 9 more people have died. The percentage of people testing positive rose to 8% Saturday, up 1 percentage point from the day before. Wisconsin has also now tested more than 750,000 people since the pandemic started. The FDA is now trying to make COVID testing easier. The organization has approved the use of Quest Diagnostics pool testing so they can test up to 4 people at once for the virus. The FDA says sample pooling is an important step that helps get COVID tests to more Americans more quickly while preserving testing resources. As cases climb, new mask mandates are going into effect. Starting tomorrow, face masks will be required inside all Rock County-run facilities. Buildings covered by the new mandate include the Rock County Courthouse, Job Center, and Sheriff's Office. People who are not wearing masks will be given disposable ones before being allowed to enter. A growing number of stores will also require masks this week. Festival Foods is requiring all customers to cover up starting tomorrow. Masks will be available for purchase at guest services if needed. Woodman's mask policy also starts tomorrow, as does the mask mandate at all Lowe's stores. Home Depot stores will follow on Wednesday. 85% of Home Depot stores already require customers to wear face masks. Both companies were already requiring employees to wear them. Other chains starting a mask policy tomorrow include Kohl's, Walmart, Sam's Club, and Walgreens. Kroger stores, including Pick and Save locations here in Madison, will have that requirement starting Wednesday. Target is requiring all customers to wear masks starting August 1st. The country's surging COVID case numbers have prompted renewed urgency for a new round of federal aid. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin says negotiations will start this week on the next round of COVID legislation. He told lawmakers the Paycheck Protection Act for small businesses should be extended to help the hardest hit industries. Meanwhile, the head of the Federal Reserve warns the economy is slowing down again. She says the hiring and spending boom for the last few months is likely because of places reopening, and that the spikes in cases attributed to reopening is causing the slowdown. The Fed warns that if the outbreak continues to worsen, we could see a double-dip recession this fall. We could receive new guidance from the CDC as soon as this week about plans to reopen schools. The agency was originally expected to release new guidelines by the end of last week, but a spokesman says the information was not ready. The new information will focus on how to reopen schools safely this fall and comes after President Donald Trump complained about the agency's current guidance. Last week, a report from the New York Times revealed an internal CDC document called Reopening Schools, the highest risk for spreading COVID. Madison schools recently announced they will start their school year entirely online. And this weather, it doesn't feel like back to school weather just yet, though. We're really in the thick of it, Aaron.
Yeah, we definitely are. I mean, it's going to be still warm today, not as hot as we had yesterday, but that heat's going to return. It's summertime in Wisconsin, so we have a lot of stuff going on for the forecast this week in terms of heat and storms. Today, though, enjoy it. We already have the sunshine out there. Still a few lingering clouds, but most of the cloud cover is clearing off to the south and east down into Illinois. Still some clouds in southern Wisconsin, but temperatures are warm this morning. 81 still in Janesville, 75 for Mineral Point, 77 in Platteville and Lancaster, 78 in Boscobel, 77 in Lone Rock. And for today, we will see those temperatures warming up back into the 80s. We don't really have much to go in that way. And overall for today, high of around 84. Will be a little breezy, though, with a west-northwest wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And if you are heading out to area lakes, water temperatures are rather warm to about 79 degrees. You can go to lakeforecast.org for the latest conditions, but most of the beaches are open, so enjoy the nice weather today because the heat is back in the forecast, and I'll have more on that in a little bit.
Thank you, Aaron. Dr. Anthony Fauci says he believes the U.S. will have an effective COVID vaccine by the end of this year. One of the more promising candidates is a vaccine being developed by Moderna, which is based in Massachusetts. And this week, it just passed a big test. Carter Evans continues our series, Racing to a Cure.
As many parts of the country begin to lock down again, one thing is becoming clear.
Vaccines are the best answer.
Infectious disease expert Dr. Paul Offit says there's reason for optimism after drug maker Moderna's encouraging clinical trial. 45 people received a vaccine. All of them developed antibodies that can fight the virus with minor side effects. But there's also caution.
If this vaccine does work, we don't know for how long.
We don't know for how long. We don't know how safe.
That's because the vaccine has so far only been tested in healthy young people. The phase 3 Moderna trial starts at the end of the month with 30,000 participants in COVID hotspots. Then comes the biggest question of all.
If this vaccine works, can we get enough of it quickly?
The government has already started and paid for the manufacturing of the vaccine on the order of hundreds of millions of doses. So if the trial data come in positive, we will have doses to go around in the country.
Even then, scientists won't know how long antibodies from a successful vaccine will be effective. Evidence already shows antibodies from people who've had the virus tend to weaken over time.
We want a magic bullet. We want this to end. We all want this to end. But this is an elusive virus.
Carter Evans, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Until there's a vaccine, many business owners are changing how they're running things, including Otelia Cassidy, who runs Madison Eats food tours. Find out the unique way she's keeping her business going while people remain skeptical about eating out. That conversation is right after this.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
There's time for adventure, there's people to treasure and moments that no one can hold. There's so much to see when you're wandering free on this little blue world we call home. We call home, the only one we've ever known.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, all NSF certified, including the world's best softener, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
At Papa Murphy's, we believe Tuesdays should be taken seriously. That's why we need Seriously. We chop seriously and shred seriously. And it's why every Tuesday, you can get a large made-to-order pizza for just $10. Seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays. Even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go, all from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
Welcome back. Otelia Cassidy runs Madison Eats food tours. That sounds like a really fun job until a global pandemic comes along, shutting down restaurants and banning large gatherings. As we slowly start to establish our new normal, Otelia is creating hers, and so far it's really working. She joins us this morning. Good morning, Otelia.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad that you and your business are doing well. I just wanted to start. When did you realize that COVID was going to drastically change things for your business. And how did you come up with this new treat box that you've been offering?
I realized it on the first day of the shutdown because I had multiple requests for refunds that came in immediately for trips that I had planned to Cuba and also for tours and events that were scheduled this spring. So it was quite sudden, and it basically brought my business to a grinding halt in a matter of hours. And yeah, I mean, like every business out there that's trying to make it through this, we had to come up with something that would be able to, help get us through, and also just to keep my employees employed and to keep us, active and participating in our community.
And you quickly came up with that something in the form of a treat box. I know you usually lead people on tours, but then you decided to kind of bring the tours to them, and you also helped out local businesses too. So what exactly is this treat box concept?
Yeah, so it's kind of evolved over time, but right now the concept that we've been really working with and having fun with is a collaboration kit, we're calling it. We don't have a great name for that part of it. We're working with Christine's Kitchens to bring different local producers together, basically in the bag that gets delivered to your door. But the idea that we're coming up with as a team is that we're going to create a theme for you. So everything you need for, for example, a Hawaiian barbecue is in that bag. Very low cooking. I didn't want it to be a meal kit because people like It's Miss Eats are doing that amazingly well. So I wanted it to be something where it's almost all ready to go. Usually there's one main course that needs to be prepared. And our next one is that I'm excited about. It'll be launched on Tuesday, is kind of an adult summer camp theme.
That sounds like a whole lot of fun. And I know these partnerships, you've been working with Christine's Kitchen, and you've also been making sure that you're supporting Black business owners and getting their products in your boxes as well. Why was that important to you?
I mean, clearly that's critical. It's critical that we're supporting Black-owned businesses. It's important that even as businesses that have always intended or hoped to support communities of color and Black-owned businesses in our community, that we saw, I think all of us saw that we could be doing more. So one of the things that we came up, Christine already works with a diverse group of business owners, including people we've partnered with in the past. She works with a lot of people from the Market Ready program and lots of people from the Feed Kitchen. One thing that we decided is that in every single bag that we put together, we're going to have at least 2 businesses owned by people of color, and at least one of those will be Black owned. It's usually more than that.
It's really admirable that you're doing your part, because I know your business too was struggling, and you're now reaching a hand out and bringing up others. I do want to ask you, because your business is called Madison Eat Food Tours, when are we going to get back to the touring? I know you're dabbling in that already.
Yeah, so it's been tough because, as you know, we're dependent on the restaurants, and the restaurants are in flux right now. And also they just have limited capacity to have people seated in their outdoor kind of prime seating area. So a couple things that I've been working on lately my main goal right now is to try to develop something that I can keep doing even when this pandemic passes, because obviously it's a huge investment to create, a new product. One thing that I did is a private bachelorette party where I went to their Airbnb where they were staying, and I did an outdoor a cocktail demo for them, and it was super fun. We actually did a little mini dance class too, which I that's my personal thing as well. So I combined my love of dance with my love of cocktails, and we had a little cocktail demo, which was super, super fun. So I think private events that are outdoor right now with small numbers, of course, social distancing and all those safety precautions in place, that's one of the ways that I'm hoping I can get back into in-person events.
And I know you've done bike tours in the past. You might bring those back as well. We're out of time, so we're going to have to bring you back when you officially launch those bike tours. But thank you so much for talking to us this morning. And be sure to pick up a copy of this month's Madison magazine so you can learn more about Otelia, her businesses, and her treat boxes.
Treats will be the next one for you guys.
Oh my gosh, will you bring them to our station? Can you deliver it? Thank you, Otelia.
I will.
Thank you. Have a great day. You too. The storms are gone. The skies have cleared, but the heat, that is still sticking around. We're going to take a live look over the Capitol this morning. Aaron is back with a look ahead at our work week forecast right after this. But first, we want to celebrate who's turning 3 years old today. Happy birthday, Charlotte, and everyone else of all ages celebrating today.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. Attention e-cigarette users. The use of e-cigarette vaping devices such as Juul has been linked to serious health effects, especially in teens and young adults. If you or your child used a vaping device and suffered lung damage, seizures, nicotine poisoning, addiction, or any other serious health problem, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Call 1-800-624-9726. That's 1-800-624-9726.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Just like you, I had problems sleeping. I tried every pillow out there and nothing worked. 15 years ago, I invented MyPillow. It took me 2 years to develop because I wanted to have everything you would ever want in a pillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so you could have the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that would last, so I made MyPillow machine washable and dryable. I back MyPillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota.
I really like the fact that it was made in the USA. I think that USA products are a better quality product. I've tried a lot of other pillows and nothing's worked like MyPillow.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress topper, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regularly $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
I used to think that sheets were just sheets. I got the Giza Dream sheets. They are the most comfortable sheets I've ever had.
The Go Anywhere pillow is so easy to just roll up and take anywhere I want to go.
Go Anywhere pillow is really comfortable, so that's what I really like. It's nice and supportive and it's nice and small.
The MyPillow topper, for the first time, has enabled me to have a cool night's sleep. I'm able to go to bed and just get rest.
That's 3 inches of wonderful that's in the MyPillow mattress topper. It's just like a firm cloud.
MyPillow helps me get a good night's sleep so I can do my job in the morning.
Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but so much more. For example, you get body pillows regularly $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Take a look at this. 1 year ago today, a mechanical issue at Madison's MG&E plant triggered a massive explosion that sent a fireball into the air, knocking out power for 12,000 customers. It happened on one of the hottest days of summer 2019. After an investigation, the energy company determined a piece of ATC equipment caught on fire, which sparked that explosion. It's that time of year again, though. We might have just passed by.
Might have, but we are talking about some more heat going into next weekend. Today, not as bad, though. We're going to see less humid conditions for the afternoon, a lot of sunshine, and it's going to be a pretty nice day overall. We already have the sunshine over Madison. A few clouds left over from the storms last night. Didn't really materialize like we were expecting, so that's good news. We didn't have as much severe weather, but we are going to see dry conditions for this afternoon. Temperatures, though, this morning still warm, and it is quite muggy out there. 81 in Janesville, 75 in Waukesha, 77 Mineral Point and Platteville, and 78 in Boscobel. And as we go through the day, again, we're at 78 now in Madison, 80 by noontime, 82. I think the high will be around 84 degrees. Again, less humid for this afternoon. But on Doppler track this morning, nothing right now, but we did have those storms this morning that raced across the area. Did bring some storm activity into the Dells and Baraboo, also over towards Portage, and moved just north of Milwaukee. That really just kind of fell apart and pushed to the east. There were a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings on that. But behind that, we're going to see that drier and slightly cooler air coming in for the afternoon. So that humidity that we have this morning, if you're stepping out the door, it's going to be somewhat gone by the afternoon. Dew points are going to lower. It's going to feel a little bit more comfortable. So less humid today. Storm chances do return as we go into the work week, mainly on Tuesday, but there will be a chance towards the end of the week. And you know what? Summertime, so we're talking about the heat again back next weekend with highs in the 90s. So as we look at future track, though, we do have that cloud cover clearing out now. Sunshine by noontime, western northwest wind ushering in that drier air, so it's going to feel rather comfortable for this evening and tonight. And then we do start to see that cloud cover coming back in as we get towards Monday morning into the afternoon. Maybe the chance of even a shower towards the end of the day, but the better chance Monday night and into Tuesday. So for today, enjoy it. 84 degrees, west-northwest wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, we do start to clear out and down to about 62, so a fairly comfortable night overall, mostly clear and a light wind out of the northwest. And our 7-day forecast showing temperatures cooling down a little bit Monday, 82 degrees, 79 on Tuesday. And then we do start to warm back up. There will be the chance of showers and storms on Tuesday and Friday, but as we get into the extended forecast by the weekend, we're back to the heat, 92 on Saturday, so I guess really just enjoy today and part of tomorrow before the clouds come in because, you know, the heat's back.
Hey, summer.
At some point.
Summer in Wisconsin.
Summertime.
It's also Burger Week, and today's a really nice day.
Good.
Today is the last day of Burger Week, and you brought some good weather, so it might be time to pick up a burger, sit on the steps of the Capitol, or somewhere outside.
Might as well, right?
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, sure thing.
Make sure to make News 3 a part of your weekly routine by downloading the Channel 3000 app for the latest headlines and weather conditions 24/7 sent straight to your phone. But first, 3.5 years and counting. That's all the time one 9-year-old boy has left to accomplish a lifelong dream. What this chess prodigy is trying to achieve and the incredible obstacles he's overcoming to get there.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
This selenite gray is so pretty, isn't it?
Wow. Jim, could you pop the hood for us?
There she is.
Turbocharge, right?
Yes, it is.
Jim, could you kick the tires?
Oh, yes.
Could you change the color inside the car?
Oh, sure. How about blue?
That's more cyan, but jump in the back seat, Jim. Act like my kids.
How much longer?
Exactly how they sound. It's got massaging seats too, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Visit the Mercedes-Benz summer event or shop online at participating dealers. Get 0% APR financing up to 36 months on select new and certified pre-owned models.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah. New customer? What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
Love that. But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. I'm on like sub-level Z of this parking garage, and it still works. It's crazy.
Sir, you're going into signal shock, very common with new customers. Just breathe with me, okay? Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
Choose fair.
It's totally normal to have constipation with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
More exercise, more water, and more fiber is the only way to manage it.
Is it?
Maybe you think it's occasional constipation.
maybe it's not.
It could be a chronic medical condition called IBS-C, and time to say yes to Linzess. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Change your thinking to IBS-C. If your constipation and belly pain keeps coming back, tell your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
No matter what the color of your skin is, we all have to be part of this.
It is a time that we hear people out who are offering up solutions that can lead to change.
We are spending a lot of time right now listening so we can better do our job, so we can better amplify your voices, tell your stories, and hopefully build a better tomorrow, a better city for all of us.
2020 may not just be the year that everything was canceled. It may end up being the most important year yet.
Finally this morning, a 9-year-old chess prodigy hopes the pandemic doesn't derail his dream of becoming the world's youngest grandmaster. Last year, Tani Adewumi and his family were living in a New York City homeless shelter after fleeing the terror group Boko Haram in their home country of Nigeria. A lot has changed since then. Vladimir Duthiers has their story of remarkable perseverance.
For now, Tani Adewumi's dream of becoming the world's youngest grandmaster has come to a stalemate. Why do you only have 3.5 years?
Because I'm 9. The world record is 12 years and 7 months.
So the longer we are on lockdown and the longer this pandemic lasts, the shorter your time to be the world's youngest grandmaster. But you still think you can do it?
Yes.
Last year, the then third grader won the New York State Chess Championship, learning to play while living in a Manhattan homeless shelter. Tani's story of perseverance received support from around the world. The Adewumis say they are truly touched by the generosity.
Within 2 weeks, they rent a house for us for a year. It's a purely miracle.
And they're committed to paying that kindness forward. The family started a foundation that helps immigrants struggling with homelessness, a struggle they know all too well.
I really thank God that I have a place to live because it's not easy.
Enduring faith, the family hopes can inspire others. They're sharing their story in a new book titled, My Name is Tani, and I Believe in Miracles. Do you still believe in miracles?
Yes.
Tell me why.
Because God is always on my side, and He always does miracles. God did wonders in me and my family's life.
And there are more wonders ahead for Tani. Comedian Trevor Noah is developing a film based on his life story. How exciting is that?
I mean, it's very exciting when you get a movie made for you. You don't just use it as, okay, fine, and popular, right? And then you get spoiled. Things that you use it to help yourself grow better.
It's that humility that keeps him grounded through difficulty and defeat.
Bam!
When you lose, what is that feeling like?
You don't actually lose, you learn.
What does that mean?
The meaning is that you lost for a reason and you have to figure that out.
Do you think that people have something to learn from your story?
Yes, that never give up. Always try your best. Just keep playing on to the end.
So your first move is what?
E4.
Pawn to E4? A lesson in the game of chess and in the game of life. You already knew my moves before I knew them. Man, if life is really like chess, I'm in trouble. And here's the book. Though he is doing some playing online during the shutdown, Tani told us he can't wait to get back to real-life tournaments, playing his opponents face-to-face, and continuing his journey towards becoming a grandmaster. Vladimir Duthiers, CBS News, New York.
The kid puts all of us to shame. Do you play chess?
I did when I was younger. I mean, it's a tough game. It's all strategy and stuff, and like he said, figuring out what the other person's move is going to be. I mean, it's one of the hard parts.
The only chess exposure I have is the end of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Wizard's chess right there.
Yes. Other knowledge I don't have is about the forecast, so I'll let you take it away.
Well, I'm going to say it's going to be great. 84 degrees for the high today. Enjoy the sunshine this afternoon, less humid. And if you want to head out this evening and see Comet Neowise in the northwest sky, I would say right around 10 o'clock, you can see it pretty well. If you have a pair of binoculars, it will help, but you can see with the naked eye. And it's going to be a pretty nice evening with clear skies. It's 71 degrees.
71 degrees at 10 o'clock at night. Doesn't get much better than this. Get outside.